Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video we're here for Frieren Beyond Journey's End, episode 25. Last episode the animation popped off and a lot of the fights we saw. Whatever the hypnotization girl's name was, I apologize. It was like the first time we'd ever gotten her name, so I haven't fully locked it down into memory yet, but we saw them go up against Zenze and get absolutely mopped. Because she cannot hypnotize these clones because they quite literally, or I guess replicas is what they've been calling them, but she literally can't hypnotize the replica because it has no brain. So she ended up getting stabbed and then she left with her golem and her party ended up running away. We saw that to showcase that they have no mind. We saw Frieren's group go and find this cool little excursion area, or I guess secret entrance or whatever, and they found some lore about this dungeon as a whole that nobody had ever found before, which FERN enjoyed very much and Zenze enjoyed as well. And then Frieren and them made their way and met up with Denkin's party, only to find out that Frieren was stopping the way, and we have to figure out a way to defeat her. And FERN came up with an idea at the end of the episode, so I'm excited to see what that plan exactly entails. And then at the very beginning we saw Ubel I apologize, it's Ubel and Land versus Ubel's replica, which was a really good fight to where Ubel ended up losing actually, but then Land stepped in and saved her at the end of the day. So a great episode overall. I think last episode was really good. I'm excited to see how we deal with the Frieren clone in this episode. So per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description for both of those. The Discord, we talk about current shows, past shows, current mangas, past mangas, or non-anime related content as well. And we have a great time in there, so feel free to join that. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions. So feel free to check out either of those of your own will. But now, without further ado, let's hop straight into Frieren Beyond Journey's End, episode 25. FERN could. I still believe that it's possible that the speed of her spellcasting could be a big aid. I talked about it last episode, but I'll re-reference it now in case anybody missed it in that reaction. My current theory is that FERN is going to use her speed of spellcasting to overwhelm Frieren, and while everybody around her tries to defend her. That is my current idea of what is going to happen. Is that confirmed? I have no clue if that's how that's gonna work, because I feel like there's a few plot holes in that theory and things like that, but I think it's entirely possible that FERN could focus solely on offensive magic and just spamming the fuck out of spells while everybody around her plays defense and tries to protect her. So that is my theory. Probably wrong, as we're gonna find out this episode, but we will have to see as we get through this. Interesting how she's thinking of Zere there. Interesting. I flashed like memories of her and Zere or Sere. Once again, it's one of those things that I cannot remember how to pronounce. Another thing that I've been thinking about is how Sign is completely missing out because Methode, like I said, pronunciation of the names in this show is not my strong suit. She is like exactly Sign's type. So it's so tragic that he left right before we met her, because they would have gotten along, or at least he would have gotten along very well with her. I don't know about the other way around, but she is quite literally bar for bar his exact type. Who is this making their— oh god, Adel. Yeah, okay, that was her name. Her name was Adel. That's who it was. Anyway, who is this stomping? I don't recognize the outfit here, but they do not seem to be doing too well, and they haven't dropped their golem either, which is already suspicious in and of itself. Not dropping the golem when you're about to die. Anyway, we'll see. But that was the girl's name. That's all I wanted to confirm. There was the girl. The hypnosis girl's name was Adel last episode. That's a lot of blood. Oh, it's one of Adel's party members. Oh my god, that is a big gash. Why have you not used your golem? Yeah. Oh, there's a chance he full-on died? Oh my god. Jesus, man. Why'd neither of you use your golems? God damn. He better have used his golem to get out of there. Yeah, that's literally Denkin's intention from the very start of this exam. Like, the very beginning of this exam, and Denkin wanted them to all team up, but everybody selfishly left to go do their own thing. Like, from the beginning, that is what Denkin wanted. Damn, Methode really knows everything, doesn't she? She was able to analyze Frieren, she's got healing magic. Yep, can't hypnotize it, so that plan goes down the drain. We're running out of time, though. We don't exactly have a ton of time to just sit here and chit-chat. Yeah, there's a good chance that if it's as strong as Frieren, people might legitimately die. Oh, hello! Yay, these two made it! Lavine and Kane. Sorry, I did not read that subtitle at all. I was just very excited to see that these two made it. Rifles are being controlled by a monster from the mythical era known as the Spiegel. Yeah, we got that explanation from the first Test Proctor last episode, that it was controlled by a mythical era monster known as the Spiegel. Oh. Yeah, that was a very interesting choice of them. Yeah, she really doesn't like Richter at all. Okay. So yeah, it's that crystal that creates all the replicas. So, you just need someone to break the sealing spell and get in there and kill it. My replica must have done it, oh god. At the risk of your life. Oh god. God damn it, I was thinking maybe we could just try and bust through the door and kill it while defending against Frieren, but nope. Of course there would be a spell like that Frieren would use. Yep, there's a lot of us here. It's gonna be a struggle. Yeah, we still haven't seen a lot of the other replicas. Oh god. Yeah, because they got stuck here fighting someone super powerful in the final room and couldn't get through, so all the others caught up and killed a bunch of them. We still haven't heard how FERN was originally gonna take out Frieren. No way they're actually gonna get mimics, right? There's no way, right? There's no way. There's no way. I refuse to- no. No, there's no way. There's no way. I refuse to believe that there's any way that a mimic is actually gonna be the solution here. There's no way. There's no way. I said that as a joke. I said that as a joke, that if you want to take down Frieren, you just put a mimic in front of her. There's no way, right? Could you go stand by that wall? Okay. Whoa, what's up with that? Yeah, she casted that so quick. What? What do we know? Wait, what? What is it? Oh. Just gotta fix everything. It's embarrassing. Interesting. Yeah, but is that one disadvantage enough to take out all of the other supreme advantages she has in literally every other category, except for like the speed of her casting, which FERN might be a little bit better than her in that category. So like, is this one disadvantage enough to allow all of them to take advantage for that split second? That is the biggest question. Like, is the disadvantage enough of an advantage for our party? Time to figure out a plan with everybody. We don't have a whole ton of time either. Oh, of course. She's having a lot of fun dungeon diving again. Oh my dude, that beast looks so— I swear to god, every time they do one of these flashbacks, they show one of the coolest looking fucking creatures of all time. But I had a feeling she was thinking about back to her party days where they would have to strategize and come up with the plans together and all of that good stuff, where she probably had a amazing time. And now she's kind of back to that, drawing up plans and discussing vulnerabilities of the enemy and figuring out people's strengths to take it down, and she's probably absolutely loving this. They brought him into a dungeon when he's hungover. Now's not the time, gang. Dude, that is a cool looking beast. I didn't even— it took me a second, but oh man, I got Hyder slumped over one of the crystals over there. Oh, what a strike by Himo. Yeah, the boss is yourself this time, which is a bit of a different beast, all things considered. Damn, that looks like an elaborate plan that I cannot read because we're too far away. Look, I kind of just bother. Oh man, this has been such a fun episode so far. You got to see a lot of the character dynamics that were built up over the first test really kind of play out here in the second test. It's been a lot of good fun watching this. Here we go. It's time to fight Frieren. Ooh, had to flex real quick. I was like, yeah, I did that. Oh, they're just going in alone? Most of us would probably die. So we're gonna just put FERN and Frieren. So they're gonna take on all the other replicas. Yep, here come some other ones. So it's their job to take them out. Sounds good. So it's Frieren and FERN versus Frieren, and then everybody in this room versus all the other replicas. Oh man, here we go. Oh, she getting that staff ready immediately. All right, this should be interesting. Here we go. Let's see how they take advantage of that weakness we found out earlier to take her out. She's looking at herself like, ah, shit. I gotta deal with you. Oh, they even both got the same stance. Oh, man. Oh my god. Whoa, that spell is so— what the fuck, man? This looks amazing. Oh my god. Following each other's exact movements. Oh my god. Who used that opportunity? Madhouse is fucking cooking! Oh my god. No one knows better than I do how frightening I can be. Whoa. I'm getting like whiplash from that animation. Oh my god, that was gorgeous. Every aspect of that fight was utterly gorgeous. Oh my god. I don't even know like what to say about that because that was so pretty. Holy like the bright purples when FERN used her ability— sorry, I just smacked my mic. The bright purples when FERN used her ability or anything of that type, and then like the red that like melted the stone falling, and then like Frieren walking like, oh man, that was so good. I'm probably gonna have to rewatch that scene once I'm done here, but oh my god, that looked amazing. That's true. FERN's mana suppression is also absurdly good. We found that out as well back in like episode 2, I think, realistically. Very, very, very early on, we found out that FERN is like insanely good at hiding her mana, so much so that Frieren even has trouble detecting her sometimes, so we can use that to our advantage as well. So whenever Frieren takes a split second to stop detecting mana, both Frieren and the Frieren replica, when they both attack and they do that split second of stopping detecting mana, that's when FERN strikes and takes out the replica. For us to reflexively defend against it. But that moment can— yep. Yeah. To elves who have lived for years and years, the entrance of this new Zoltruck might be difficult for them to adjust to, because it could take like 100+ years for them to adjust to something. But Farron has been using it literally since birth, literally since like she was born and fell into Hyther's lap and kind of became his child. She has been using Zoltruck, so it's just second nature to her. But to Frieren, it's something they haven't fully adjusted to yet. Ah, man, I love this. I love how so much from earlier on in the series is coming back into play in this fight. Like Farron's mana suppression, to where Frieren's has a little bit of trouble detecting her sometimes. And then finding out Frieren's one weakness. And then I just really love how a lot of details and a lot of character interactions and character dynamics have come into play in this episode, with our whole group kind of in that room. A lot of character dynamics that have been built up were playing out. Farron's ability that we've been building up since the beginning is playing out. I just like how it's a culmination of a lot of different things. I feel like episodes of this type in Frieren, where a lot of stuff that's been built up comes into fruition, is always the best episodes in this series. Hit it with all the mana you've got. Oh man. She's waiting for an opening. Let's go, FERN. Come on. Oh, we're cutting back to a Zeddy flashback. Zeddy, probably. Ooh, so Frieren came back to see her after Flom. Yeah, I was gonna say after Flom passed away. For starters, that was really cool what she just did there with the just casually pointing a finger up, and the spell just with the will just following up to right into her hand. I wish I could do that. Just flick my finger and then have an item across my room come to me. That would be amazing. Oh. Ah, and so now they start openly developing magic. We gotta think this is 1,000 years in the past. But she wants more. She wants the best of the best. Yeah. And magic is just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. Ooh. That's incredible. Oh. Ooh, that's not what Zeddy wants. Find it truly displeasing. How dare, oh my god. Zeddy really did not like that message. Are you sure? Yeah, it is pronounced Zeddy. Good, I was getting it right. Aww. I like how Frieren doesn't even try to make her actually follow the will. Yeah, that is true. You two do have unlimited time. Yeah, no. Aw, little baby Flom running by down there. I think I saw that. The flower spell. Aww. Zeddy's been training her since she was really young. Oh, that was very apparent. You could just tell from the way she speaks and the flashbacks we've seen that she has such a deep-rooted love for magic, and I feel like that's pretty rare to find in this world, especially with how much she loved it. So much so that she would help humanity learn magic. She would teach Frieren a bunch of powerful magic. Pretty clear how much she loved magic. Aww. She's a child much shorter than me. Damn! Damn! This is literally just FERN 2.0, except for FERN is a lot more stoic. like Frieren is going through the exact situation Zeddy went through, except for FERN is just a little bit more stoic, and Frieren is a little bit more childish. That is the only difference between what it seemingly looks like for Zeddy and Flom's relationship, at least in the younger days. Like, Frieren made the exact same kind of comment about FERN's height when FERN, like, surpassed her in height. Like, she made the exact same kind of comment. And then Zeddy's making the same thing here, being like, yeah, she used to be much shorter than me. Like, this is borderline the exact same experience the two went through. Raising, essentially, to a degree, raising a child, but FERN in a lot of aspects was taking care of Frieren most of the time. But, like, being with that child until they're gone, and quite literally, living through their death is an experience that no human will realistically, you can't say they'll ever have to go through, because obviously there's circumstances where, like, a person dies a lot younger in an accident or a disease or things like that. But if it's the way of natural death, natural causes, that's something a human would never experience, because that's just not possible. Natural causes, like death that comes about because of age, is not something, like, this experience is nothing that humans will ever go through in that case of death. Obviously, like I said, there's outliers like disease and accidents and things like that happen that could kill a person early, but overall, it's an experience that humans will never truly be able to understand. Like, literally watching someone from birth grow up and then die in front of your eyes by natural causes. Not, like I said, there's a few outliers in there. You see how, like, Zeddy said, like, they were never, like, were eye to eye and whatever it may be. She sure does have a nice big smile on her face when talking about Flom's early days. Hell, she did it. To this day, she's considered one of the most genius mages of all time. Yep. Like, even her barrier spells are literally still being used today. Like, legitimately still being used today, because they were that powerful 1,000 years ago. She is the genius of genius mages. Also, one thing that I feel like I've never commented on, why does Frieren have the same eyes as Flom? Frieren has the exact same eyes as Flom. Like, the little red bit at the top, that when she, like, looks down a little bit, you see that red highlight at the top of her iris. And Flom has the exact same thing, which is very intriguing how they both have the same eyes. I don't know if it was like that from the start, if that's just like a design detail, but I'm almost certain her and Frieren have the exact same type of eyes. They do. It's like that green, then the light green on the bottom, and then that red hint at the very top. Like, they have the same eyes. Like, you cut to it now, that's the exact same eye detail work. Like, I feel like there has to be a reason for that. And I felt like she was in a hurry. No, I can. Yeah, seriously. As our time is closer to an eternity. That is a crazy statement. Our time is closer to eternity than it is to the humans' time. That is insane. Humans live, like, what, maybe 100 years at the max? Probably a lot less in this world because it's a lot less developed, but I guess you do have, like, healing magic and other things. Anyway, that's a whole different spiel for another time. The fact that their lifespan is closer to eternity than it is to that 100 years that humans live is utterly insane. Yep, and it rapidly accelerates in the next 1,000 years. Is that where Frieren got her in a mere, like in the first few episodes of this series, Frieren would say a mere 10 years, a mere this, a mere that. I wonder if this is where she kind of got that sentiment from Zeddy. The Age of Humanity did come around. Man, all the cuts back to the beginning of the series. Giving her a little thumbs up. Be either the Demon King or a human mage. Wow. And what do you know, the one who's capable of doing that just happens to be a little old FERN. This is so pretty. This is so unbelievably pretty. What a goddamn episode, man. Is this not, like, the exact same face that FERN made when, like, okay, so bear with me on this. I could be picking at straws here, but if we go back to, like, episode 4, where they're looking out over the sunrise, it's detailed in this exact same way, this, like, very high quality color and, like, making the faces look all vibrant and colorful. They did this exact same kind of detail when FERN and Frieren were watching the sunrise, and FERN had this exact same kind of face when she was watching the sunrise come up, and that's when it clicked for Frieren why things are enjoyed for elves who live so long, because they see other people or humans they're close to like them. And so I wonder if this is kind of the same situation for Zeddy here. She's seeing, like, Frieren look forward to all this stuff and whatever you may call it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably picking at straws there, but the way they're, like, drawing this reminds me so much of that scene back in episode 4. All right, I guess we're gonna see FERN take her out here. Ooh. And there she is. Oh my god. What a spell. Dude, I love them so much. The episode's gonna end too. Damn it! This is like, usually with the show, I'm like, yeah, I can wait a week. I can't wait a week. I can't wait a week. I can't wait a week. I want to see more of this so goddamn badly. God damn it. Oh my god, that was so good. That was such a good episode. I have really enjoyed the magic. You know what? Flash over to the end. I'm gonna cut whatever. You know what I mean. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, I have enjoyed this magic exam arc, but not as much as the beginning of the series. I've liked it. It's been fun. It's been a fun watch. It's been good, but I don't think it's had the emotional weight necessarily that the beginning of this series did. This episode to me was on par with a lot of the great episodes from the beginning of the series. It's these kind of episodes that input flashbacks so incredibly well and use them to build Frieren and how she's come to where she is now, and a lot of the current events happening, and how all of these flashbacks perfectly have built up to this moment. It's episodes like these that really make this show as much as as good as I see it. It's episodes like these. And of course, there's the fight animation that was utterly gorgeous. The bright purples, the bright reds during that fight with Frieren versus herself, and then FERN stepping in, and just, oh man, when they tie in flashbacks in the way they have and tie in events from earlier in the series, that is where Frieren excels more than any other category. And goddamn, did this episode do a phenomenal job. This is easily my favorite episode of the entire Magic Exam. Yeah, I don't know much else to say. This was phenomenal. Every aspect of this episode was so goddamn good. I don't know much else to say. I do, you know, I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna go back to episode 4 just so I can look at and see if I'm going insane with that one scene. So let me do that real quick. So, I hope you guys see what I mean with the frame on screen here about how the coloring and the vibrant colors popping is a lot like what I was saying they detailed in that one scene. I think they did it almost identically, which you don't see much in this series. So I feel like that's poignant for a reason. Exactly the same. It is literally, if I put those two frames side by side, it's exactly the same position and everything. With Frieren watching the sunrise and then FERN watching the sunrise, the exact same kind of color grading, like the vibrant colors popping, it is the exact same. Anyway, that's all I wanted to confirm by looking that up. But yeah, I think that's about it for this episode. I don't know, like, if this is, like, I get the symbolism with this. I think that's really, really cool how they did that. And called back to an episode way long ago at this point. That's 21 episodes back, which is crazy to think about. But overall, this was a phenomenal episode, my favorite episode of the Magic Exam arc, which is to not, like I said, I don't want to make it seem like I've disliked the Magic Exam arc. I haven't. Frieren is one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, just genuinely, Frieren is amazing. Every aspect of it has been amazing. But I will say the Magic Exam arc up until this point hadn't really lived up to the hype at the beginning of the series for me. Like I said, I'm not saying I didn't like it. I really, really liked it, but just the beginning part of Frieren was so, like, in a world of its own, and masterful writing and all of the above. Like, it was already a very high hurdle to jump over, but today's episode absolutely met that hurdle, and maybe even excelled in some ways as well. I think today's episode was absolutely phenomenal. But I think that is gonna wrap it up for my reaction to Frieren Beyond Journey's End, episode 25. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.